Welcome to Supply Chain Studio by Cost and Capital Partners. Every one of our clients are currently dealing with how to secure supply and how to maintain suppliers during this current COVID-19 outbreak. We're going to share with you today our daily call template. What this is a template with standardized data to review with your supplier. What this will allow you to do is identify a couple of the key risk factors and the daily data that you can use in order to manage your supplier, have a communication with them in terms of what they're doing and what their actions are going to be. So you can download this template from our website, and the link will be at the end of this video. The first thing we want to take a look at is the absentee rate. So each day what you need to do is ask your supplier how many people essentially have called in sick, and that's what the absentee rate is. What this is going to do is a couple things. First, it'll let you know that the level of people showing up, which is obviously going to affect staffing. But then it's also going to let you know, if you're tracking this over time as you can in the template, you can see increases in the absentee rate. When you see spikes in the absentee rate, that's going to show you a couple different things. One, it's going to give you a sign that people are calling in sick, and not only that, but they could have potentially infected other people at the work site. So that's why we want to monitor the absentee rate. The next thing we want to do is we want to take a look at the policies and procedures that our suppliers have implemented. So this is going to be, for example, are they giving everybody protective gear? So the PPP protective equipment. So one, do they have a policy that they're requiring face masks, gloves, goggles, those types of things? And also, do they even have access to these items? So in addition to the PPP, we also want to understand, are they applying any social distancing? So that means, do they have a policy or procedure in place for lunches, breaks? Do they have social distancing at the individual work cells? In addition to that, several states have recommended taking what they call passive temperature. And so what this is taking the temperature of employees as they enter the facility. Again, it's just one more indicator that you have a potential infection, and to keep those people separated from the rest of the workforce. As you can see, we're in the attached map. The other thing to look at is what's happening at the state and local level. A lot of states currently are restricting people they have stay-at-home orders. Some are limiting non-essential businesses. Some states don't have any restrictions right now. What you see in the map here is that not only do we have some states without restrictions, but some of those states without restrictions, cities within those states do have restrictions. So it's important to ask your suppliers where they fit. Are they deemed an essential or non-essential business? And also, these things change very quickly. So as states' infection rates increase, the policies and procedures they put in place will also get more restrictive. The third thing that we want to look at is the local rate of infection. So here at Cost and Capital Partners, we use data from the Centers for Disease Control to map the infection rates by each zip code. So what that allows you to do is understand how prevalent is the COVID-19 outbreak in that region, because typically both absenteeism will spike as well as restrictions to operating the business will also spike at that point. And just as you're doing this with your suppliers, make sure that your suppliers are doing this with their suppliers. If your suppliers do not currently have a template that they're using, feel free to suggest this template. Staying consistent and standardized throughout the supply chain is a good way of making sure everybody's staying on top of these issues and putting in the actions to mitigate those. I hope you find this template useful. Please feel free, if you have any questions, you can reach us at training@costandcapital.com. And if you're interested, we're going to have 2 training sessions. One's going to be September 15th and 16th in Detroit, and we're going to have another one December 8th and 9th in Miami. So this is going to be our 2-day training where we cover risk management and also other supplier management issues. Stay safe, and remember, we're all in this together.